Welcome, ghouls and ghosts, to another episode of Drag Me to the Movies. My name is Joe.
The hell? My name's Ned.
And in this episode, we watched Hubie Halloween for Halloween.
Yeah, we did.
uh, Directed by Stephen Brill, starring Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Julie Bowen, Ray Liotta, Steve Buscemi, Rob Schneider, Maya Rudolph, Tim Meadows, Michael Chiklis, June Squibb, George Wallace, Keenan Thompson, Shaquille O'Neal, Ben Stiller. Oh, there's a whole lot of people in
There's a
here.
lot, yeah.
Uh, yeah. So I did forget to say this movie came out in 2020, and I believe it was directly to Netflix, correct?
Correct.
So yeah. I've watched this before, Ned. You have as well, right?
I have. I watched it when it
And
first came out.
yeah, and I think when we both watched this separately, we both agreed that this was kind of like a pretty good film for not knowing anything about it ahead of time, right? So we
Yeah,
wanted
it's
to
just like
revisit
a
it
little
and see what our
fun
thoughts were.
movie. Yeah.
Right. So we
Yeah.
rewatched it. Ned, why don't you start off? What were your thoughts on this?
Well, first I want to get into the director of this.
Okay.
Have you recollection of any of his work?
I'm pulling it up right now.
So he's
The
worked with
Mighty
Adam
Ducks,
Sandler multiple times.
Heavyweights,
Yeah, that's the one I was calling
Little
out because I
Nicky.
know you like that one. I love Little Nicky.
Nice. Well, those
The
are writers.
soundtrack's just great.
Nice. Yeah, he was the producer for Mighty Ducks 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And
He also
nice.
did Without
Cool.
a Paddle, Drill Bit Taylor, all those. Some of the more recent ones too, like the Sandy Wexler or the Do Over. So, yeah, he's
Very cool.
got some notable movies for comedy, and this is a continuation of him working with Adam Sandler. So, yeah, you're pretty much dropped into this world. You get to see Ben Stiller reprise his role as the nurse or whatever. And I don't know. I feel like the movie and the way it opens up, especially with showing Hubie as he's on his bike riding through town, does a good job of setting up what to expect from this movie. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. Like the whole catching eggs in a thermos, shaking it up, drinking it, Rocky style, and then puking it out with horrible CGI puke. But that pretty much told me what I was on board for.
Yep.
And I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, there's also they're trying to do a little bit of a mystery type thing going, but if you're in this for that purpose, I think it's pretty easy to solve, especially like early on. They note the flower and where that appears, and yes, they do have the person who's escaped show up at Hubie's house pissing on the lawn or driveway or whatever, and he's kind of near the flowers, so you could maybe connect to them. But pretty early on, someone who has access to those flowers is responsible for this.
Right. I wasn't as quick the first time I saw this to like recognize that that's what was going on. I actually thought they did a good job of a lot of misdirection in this film, although it's not.
I feel like too.
It's not like it's well written misdirection, but it's misdirection nonetheless. You know, there's a lot of side stuff going on in this film. But it's all crazy and ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just
there's not much to take serious with this film.
Right. Especially the mom shirts.
Oh my god. So I wrote them down.
I figured you would.
What do you want me to go down the list?
Sure, if you want.
So we got boner donor.
Yep.
We got I shaved my balls for this. Muffs diving school. Kayaking gets me wet. And if you can read this, you're in fart range.
Yep. Nice.
So what was your favorite one out of all those?
I don't know. There's like even outside of the mom, there was some other shirts. Like there was one that was I guess like a boxing robe, and it said I'd hit that and had boxing gloves hanging from the back. I couldn't tell if that was his mom or someone else random, but they had a closet full of candy.
Yeah,
So,
there's some real good ones there.
What about you?
I think it's between the boner donor and I shaved my balls for this. I think those are my two favorite.
Well, the I shaved my ball for this. I think that was the League is probably one of the first few places I've seen that shirt. Did you ever watch the League?
Oh, okay. I've not.
Uh, if you're into fantasy football, it's worth a watch and absolutely hilarious. But the first episode has that shirt show up. So
Okay.
yeah. But yeah. I also think we have to talk about this thermos. Pretty much
Oh, I've
does everything he wants, except it doesn't have a
yep.
compass.
Right. Right. Yep. I took note of quite a few of the things it did as well. Because
Okay.
in this film overall, there's a lot of reoccurring jokes,
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
I think that's one of the gems of this film
Mm-hmm.
is the reoccurring. So yeah, the thermos, it's an electric screwdriver, it's a shovel, it's a telescope, it holds his inhaler, it's a bullhorn, it's a grappling hook, it's a blender, and it's got mace. I
Yep.
might have missed something, but
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
a few, but yeah, it
yeah, it's
does
just funny how
everything.
like he yeah, it does everything he needs it to.
Swiss Army thermos.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know realistically how all that fits in there, but whatever.
Oh, and
Uh,
it holds soup. How could I
that's
miss that,
true.
Ned?
True.
It holds soup.
And I think coffee. It looked like he had coffee when he got pushed into the open grave, and then the
Oh yeah,
guys
because
started to throw dirt.
he had little cups and stuff. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it could have been soup, but kind of looked like coffee to me.
What is coffee if not soup?
I guess I
I
don't want to
don't
get into
I don't know why I
semantics
said
there.
that. I hate it.
Um, so yeah, another thing this kind of touched upon is, 2016 was the Suicide Squad movie, the one older one, where Harley
Yes.
Quinn made her appearance, and they definitely touched upon in this movie. However, one was dressing up as Harley Quinn,
Yep.
so that was a little homage to that situation. You got some pea stained sheets, which I was hoping would make a single appearance, but yet it comes back up later in the movie as
Yep.
he's doing his speech at the school. But he also has his wife in the movie and probably some of his daughters too. I
Yeah, his
confirm the
wife's the
daughters. Harley
she's
Quinn.
the news reporter, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's also the Mr. Lambert storyline in here, which I kind of appreciated. What do you think of that one?
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean,
Um
obviously they kind of tried to play him off as one of the red herrings, but
yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
play out
I
that
like
way.
how they explain him
Yeah.
as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's really well done. And Buscemi does such a great job.
Oh yeah, that man. I'm going to be very sad the day he passes.
Yeah, protect him at all costs.
Yep. Then I guess the only other thing I have that's kind of fancy in here is you have that corn maze. I've never really done like an elaborate corn maze. This one looked rather sick. From the sky view they gave of it. Have you
Mhm.
ever done a corn maze like that?
I did once a long time ago, and I remember it being confusing, but it wasn't like I don't know. I never saw the sky shot of what it looked like, so I don't know if it was designed or as elaborate as that. But I also never did one at night either, so I
True.
can't say
True.
if it would from that perspective if it's better. But yeah, I've only done it once. Although I've been considering maybe doing one of these weekends here.
Okay. Nice. Well,
So
good
I'll
luck.
report back.
Take a drone. Find your way out.
All right. All right. Spend $500 for a $28
They're
thing.
not
Okay.
all that expensive.
You're probably right.
I got one for my dad that was like $100, I think. You just sit to get an aerial shot of the house.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not too bad. There are definitely flight restrictions, of course, but some of the drones are
Yeah.
fine.
Yep. Yeah, I have a drone actually. The camera busted on it.
Oh
But yeah,
no.
you have to register it and you're only allowed to fly at certain places. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Unless you live out the middle of nowhere, then who's gonna catch you?
Yeah, hey, right. Don't do that,
Yeah.
listeners.
I
Don't
mean,
Our viewers,
unless
don't do
you're
it.
out in the middle of nowhere. So I guess the other thing that I thought was absolutely hilarious, like you have so many people just randomly picking on Hubie throughout the movie. Obviously, his mother has had enough of that shit, and she decides to take it into her own hands. Um, but I have to say, like, of all the things that was done to him, I think my favorite was Tim Meadows and Maya Rudolph at the theater or drive-in.
The car chasing him.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
was absolutely hilarious. Uh,
Yeah.
and then, of course, he's like, "Does this do it for you?" And she's like, "No."
When he was sucking on his fingers,
Uh
oh
huh.
my god.
Yeah,
I was dying.
yeah. That's probably my standout
"Hmm,
scene for this movie.
does that do it
Well,
for you? Those are man's fingers."
and then, like, he's sucking on his inhaler, and she, how about this? No.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's really funny.
but yeah, that's just, you know, a fun movie. You have a lot of great cameos in it. Even Shaquille O'Neal makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything I missed that you want to talk about?
So yeah, so I wrote down some other things like reoccurring thing like gags in here. So every time he's on a bike and then sometimes when he's not, kids are throwing shit at him.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
the things that are being thrown at him are getting like worse and worse and more ridiculous.
TVs and
Like I
all.
think at
Yeah.
the beginning it's like eggs and stuff like you said.
Right.
At the end it's like like a CRT
Uh huh.
TV and like a tuba and a
Yep.
flaming spear at one point, right? Like it gets ridiculous. And he's able to dodge it all, which is hilarious. The reuse of the word boner after the shirt where they say a boner is like a screw up
Hmm. Yes.
and people keep using boner as that in inappropriate ways. So that was pretty good.
I mean, I thought
The
boner could be used that way, or no?
it can. It's just I think that's old English.
Yes.
The reintroduction of the O'Doyles. I thought that was pretty
That's
funny
just
as
a
well.
running gag in all Sandler's movies. Yeah.
Yeah, O'Doyle's rule. The Frankenstein shout of you know, turn around Frankenstein and you know, disappear kind of thing. They use that a
Hmm.
couple times in the film. It's pretty funny. Uh that's mostly what I took from the gags. Like from the reoccurring things. I want to call out there's some subtle gags too that I think are funny. Like, you know, the fact that the priest is also in on the, you know, picking on him,
Hmm.
picking
Yeah.
on Hubie. That old lady who's dressed as like a pilgrim or whatever, who takes his circle the words and throws them out after he hands them to her.
Right.
Like it's
Yep.
just like subtle abuse, but humor behind the whole thing. Um, yeah. So I want to call out. I think I can't remember what film we watched in the past, but I rated it kind of low because of how the whole thing was where somebody was getting like bullied the whole time, and I'm like, I'm not into movies like that.
Hmm.
And
Uh.
I can't remember what film it was, and I rated it lower because of that.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Um,
think what that one was.
and this one does that a lot.
It sure
Um,
does.
but but it turns it around pretty quick in that every like the bullies are the assholes kind of way, and how Hubie's not alone. It starts off where he's really alone, and I think overall with this film, the first like I don't know, I would say eighth of the film was a little rough on me. From a like I don't know ridiculousness and overly with the bullying side of it.
Hmm.
But then it turns around pretty quick. Um, so I overall I did not hold that against this film like I did in the past. I wish I could remember what film it was, but yeah, it was just something I thought of as I was reviewing this and reflecting on it.
Yeah, I can't recall what that would have been myself. I'm scrolling through some of the old ones.
But I'm not crazy though. We talked about that on the
I'm
podcast,
pretty
right? I'm
sure,
pretty
yeah, I
sure.
do recall
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay.
But
Uh, yeah. So overall, I thought it had a good story. It was definitely a light story. It's you're not looking at this movie for substance at all. Um,
no.
it's just more of a fun ride, I think, if anything.
Yeah, I would
Um,
100% agree with that.
so let me ask you this.
Hmm.
Um, I know you're a big Sandler fan, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't say I'm a huge Sandler fan, but I like him. Like I won't turn down a Sandler film to watch it.
Okay. Yeah.
But his voice was super annoying in this film.
That,
This was
I
like
mean,
hardcore Sandler like voice.
I guess
because like it's not like he reinvented a voice for this. It's the
he
voice
does
he
this
uses
though
almost
for
in
a
everything.
lot of different characters between Waterboy, Little Nicky. Like it's kind of one of his things. I never read into it too much. I don't discredit it. Like, can it get annoying? I understand. Yeah, it could. It doesn't typically get to me. So I don't know. I just kind of accept it and move on.
Yeah,
I have a
yeah. It
feeling
didn't.
that's one of the things that rub peeps like a lot of people the wrong way, obviously.
Right. Yeah, this it didn't bother me so much in this film, but it just I don't know, like it's a voice. It's definitely a decision to make, you know.
Hmm.
Um I'm not mad. It's just it was a little wearing on me. Like I don't think I could watch this back to back because of that. Uh but I do overall like this film. So
So do you think
uh
this is one that you could revisit, once a year type thing, or
uh
voice
I don't know
is
about
more like
once
of
a
a
year. Like
5 year thing?
it's maybe like a once every 3 to 5, I'd say,
Okay,
for me.
that's fair.
I I don't revisit Halloween films as much as you do, Ned.
Oh,
So I'm curious what your thoughts are. Like, is this one you would revisit every year?
not every year. I mean, so I do a thing called Scared Tober. I think I've brought this up before. Um, it's something I've been doing for God, well over 10 years, if not like 15 plus. Um, I try to hmm. So I try recently not to do the same movie back to back each year. Now there are a couple of exceptions to that. Like if I'm in the mood to watch something, I'm gonna add it to the list. Halloween movies is usually one of those, ends up at the movie that I watch on the 31st. So outside of that, I do try and keep it fresh, include some new
Mhm.
stuff that I haven't even seen. And then I try to do every, 2, 3 years type of rotation for other movies. And this definitely fits into that rotation for me. So, you know, it's on the list this year. It has been a minute since it's been on. And then also since we're doing it for the podcast. So everything aligned that it ended up on the list this year. So that's
Nice.
generally how I kind of approach it.
Mm.
At least it's not one that I have to watch every year. It's not the one that puts me in the Halloween spirit.
Yeah. What is one an example of like one that you have to watch every year?
Have to watch every year around Halloween
Yeah.
time specifically.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, Definitely one of the Halloween movies for sure. Um,
Okay.
Usually the Halloween original is one that I usually watch regardless. If it's not on the list, I'm still watching it. So I would say that's probably the biggest one that makes the list.
Okay. So you're committing to a franchise, not a specific movie. Is that am I understanding that right?
Yeah. So any like
Okay.
this year's, for example, the 31st is Halloween 2. So there's years where it'll be
Okay.
regular old school Halloween. There's other cases where it'll be Halloween 2018. I think I did Halloween 3 last year. Um, So anything from that
Okay.
franchise on the 31st, that's usually how I wrap up my October.
Okay. Nice. Now I typically like to watch ever since we watched on the podcast The Nightmare Before Christmas. I've been kind of going through that every Halloween
Nice.
time frame. So,
Do you watch
yeah.
it again towards Christmas at all?
I don't like if I
No.
miss it for Halloween, I'll watch it maybe a little like between the two.
Okay. So that's your
But
gateway from Halloween towards Christmas.
yeah, kind of.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, and it's such a good film, so it kind of hypes me up for both holidays, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah.
Um, so are there any other like Halloween movies that you watch at all? I know I have a whole list of them,
Not
obviously, but
not really. I might try to break something out new, like just to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. I don't have any ideas yet, but I'll probably put something on. But yeah, I don't typically, go looking for it. I mean, the other thing I do, I guess, occasionally watch, it's been a while. Maybe that's what I should watch is Ernest Scared Stupid. Like that
Yeah,
one. That one
that's the one I
occasionally I'll
was
put on.
expecting you to say.
Yeah, I do. I do enjoy that one.
Yeah. The Thing is another one that pops up for me. Texas Chainsaw
Mm.
Massacre. These are all ones that we've done episodes for. Um, but yeah, I love watching scary movies in general. But Scaredtober is definitely something. Gosh, I want to say I started in 2006, maybe. Um, I'd have to double check. I know I started it before I
Nice.
actually started tracking it, but I do have, I think, at least documented back to 2012 for sure, maybe even further back.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So, is there anything you do for preparation for Halloween parties, going out trick or treating, anything like that?
So I was actually just gonna ask you that because I think you're more of that than I am. But like I typically will attend at least one Halloween party a year.
Okay.
Um and so this year I actually have two. And I'm in a pickle. I need to figure out a costume for this year.
Okay.
And my girlfriend is very much leaning that I should dress up as the lizard from the memes that I send you
Oh,
and her that you guys both can't stand.
God. Why?
So I gotta start getting creative and figure out how I'm gonna pull that off if in fact that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, just
Um
tape a phone to your chest with the lizard that people can hit.
yeah, somebody actually like has a hoodie with the lizard's face on it. But
Oh,
that's what I
come
figured. If
on.
anything, I would just have an iPad on me
Yeah.
and have it just lizard, lizard, lizard.
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
Don't you know it sounds amazing, Ned.
No,
Don't
no.
be yucky. Don't
I'm
be
not
yucky.
being yucky.
You know that sounds amazing.
No, I don't get it.
Sounds pretty good.
I don't care to get it.
Uh, but speaking of things to do, you have something you're going to be doing here, and I guess this will come out after you've gone. But
Yeah, yeah.
this is something you do every year, right? Just about.
Yeah, at least since I, you know, got into a relationship and got married, we've been pretty much every year making a trip down to Orlando to hit up Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. So the event is starting to get a little bit more expensive. So we are going to make some adjustments to how frequently we go or what we do. So we're only going for one night this time. Typically, we've gone at least two and gone through the
Mm.
houses at least twice, but we're only going once for the actual event. And then they have a rest in peace tour, and a few other behind the scenes type things that we're actually going to do this year. So I'll get to go into the haunted houses during the daytime, see how they have things set up, and get like some of the story and plot behind things. So,
Nice.
and I think I can actually take a photo or maybe video. So if I can do that, I'll be looking to do so because I want to be able
Very
to do
cool.
that in the regular event, but it's not allowed. So unless you're
Mm.
press or media. So
Cool. It sounds fun.
yeah, it's something we always do. There's also a few other like haunting events that we go to. Sir Henry's is another one that's down this area. They have kind of like haunted hayride, and they do a couple of haunted houses, and they have a guy who does kind of like the headless horseman, where they have him riding a horse and runs out and starts the event. So there's tons of events like that out there. I definitely encourage people to seek those out and, you know, check them out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
So
Indeed.
I had one last thing about Hubie. Um, we have the
Okay.
late, great Ray Liotta in this one. This is kind of towards the end of his career. I think the only other one I can think of that he did after this was the Cocaine Bear one. Um, so it's good to see him again.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
But yeah, I guess you have anything else or you want to do the scores?
I don't. I'm ready to score if you're ready to.
All right.
Uh all right. So why don't you start, Ned? What did you give this?
All right, so for this movie, I just settled at a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
What about
I
yourself?
too, I too am at a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, nice.
Um, yeah, I think it's a respectable film. Again, it's not anything super special, but it's a fun ride. And
For sure.
if you haven't seen it, I recommend it highly.
Yeah. So you said every, maybe 3 years or so, you would come back, watch this.
Yeah.
Would you want to see a
Mm.
sequel for it?
No, I don't think
No.
I would.
Yeah. I'm kind of in
No,
the same boat.
I think this is a good one and done.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think anything beyond that opens up to too much trying too hard kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Like I think I'm happy just having it once.
Very
You
nice.
said you're in the same boat?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really, number one, I don't know. Partially, I would be okay with it. It really depends on where they go. Like, obviously, maybe an actual murder happens and Hubie is trying to solve it. Like, I'd be possibly interested in something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, if they're trying to pretty much do a very similar mystery type thing like they did here, probably not. But I don't know. Just having Adam Sandler with all this crew together, anything they do, I'll probably check it out anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, I'm good. But
yeah,
yeah, I agree. If it comes out, I'd watch it.
yeah, I'm good. No, all right. Yeah, maybe.
I'm good.
Nice. All right. So you want to talk about recommendations?
I do.
How would you feel about a movie called Swiss Army Man?
I am all about that. I I it's been on my radar for a while. Uh wasn't quite sure, what to expect of it. It seems silly enough of a premise that, it might be right up my alley, so I'm for it.
Nice. Yeah. I have seen that one before. It's a fun one. It's got some, unique things going on. I think it has some decent music. I remember specific songs from this that I'll occasionally just start singing myself. So yeah, I think overall should be a good time.
Cool. I look forward to it.
Me too.
All right. Well, I guess that's going to wrap this one up. Be sure to follow us on our socials at To the Movies Pod, and make sure you get us on our YouTube channel. And that's at The Movies Pod. Did I get that right?
You did.
Awesome. I always want to mix them up, but um, yeah.
Well, that'd be a
So
dangerous mix.
uh, way to do it, Ned. Way to do it. But yeah, we'll catch you next week for another episode. So see you then.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.